Hello, hello, hello. It's been 5 days since I did a video. How's everybody doing? Come on in, come on in. Even if you don't come on in, you can catch the replay. Hello, hello. Let me make sure. Disclaimer. Okay. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody is doing well. It's a great day. Oh my goodness, y'all. I've been back home. I never thought I would be happy to say I'm glad to be back in this building that's out in Timbuktu, and other reasons. But all in all, it's still home. There's no place like home. And I'm just glad to be back home. There's no place like home. Okay, so first, everybody on YouTube talking about, can you find friends on YouTube who ain't doing what, who. First of all, I'm going to say this. Don't do nothing foul to me, because I might talk about you to the end of time. I might get triggered. If somebody, when they say, can you meet friends on YouTube? See, I might get triggered. This should be a learning lesson. You people that's out here backstabbing folks, doing dirty stuff to people, doxing them, doing all of this stuff. Y'all pathetic. You're sick. You ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit. And that's just the way it is. Hey, Jill Comfort Zone. So, if you don't start no mess, then I ain't got trigger. Like talking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. Just like you dirty people feel the need to talk about other people. I stand on business over here. I don't talk about it. I be about it. Yes, I've had people do some all kind of foul shit. Let me see. I had one lady following me around because I supported R. Kelly, Nexie, claiming to be a friend. Then what did she do? Next thing I know, she on other folks' panels talking about me, trying to diagnose me. Diagnose yourself. Because I'm going to stand by who I want to stand by. Nobody gives anybody the right to try to tell people what they should do in this life. But see, you people kill me on here. Y'all the first ones to want to call out when somebody doing something. Well, let me see. Can you find friends? They doing this, they doing that. But you done put negative energy out there in the atmosphere, and you wonder why people don't don't fool with you. And people watch the way people move. They watch the way people move. And yeah, I done saw you low down, dirty people the way y'all done move. And if I feel like talking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. Don't start no mess and it won't be no mess. Stop doing foul shit, then you won't give nobody nothing to talk about. You know, y'all want to do stuff, but then to other people, but when it happens to you, it's a problem. Hey, Khadija. Yeah, it's too many fake people. Girl, and like I said, this is why now I tell people I went into a girl's chat. You know, I've met some great people. Do not get it twisted. I have met some great people on this app. But then I done met some dirty people, dirty bitches as I call them, and dirty, well, because it could be men and women. And I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. See, that's the problem now. Then y'all want to Google gag and act like, oh, why she doing that? Why they doing that? Don't do what you do. But then you sorry people, y'all support the actions of these dirty folks. Just like you support all of the drama and stuff. You support all of the drama, all of the dirty stuff, and then you ain't think you supposed to get called out on nothing. And so yeah, um, I went into a girl's chat the other day, and she was saying friends. So no, I would never, never, ever, um, like talk to any more people off of YouTube, like thinking they my friend. I would never do that ever again in life. Ever again in life. I go in everybody's shows. I try to support them, which was to come on and see what I expect out of a friend is nothing on what these people from YouTube can give me. Because my friendships go deep. And then you open up your life to these dirty people. and then you watch the way they move. You done opened up your life. Half of these people, tell them to show you some videos of themselves. Tell them to put themselves on camera in their houses. See how they living. That's what you need to do. Start calling these people out. Y'all want to talk about other people? Well, show your stuff. I'm like grown little boy. Turn that camera on. Turn that camera on. You got so much stuff to say about somebody else. Turn your camera on. Let's see how some of you so-called people living. How you living. Because a lot of y'all is imaginary people. Yeah, they act like they here for you, and in the next breath they start throwing shade. Hey, girl. Yeah. No, no, they didn't. Yeah. And so, no, did nobody make me mad this morning? Baby, these people don't worry me because this ain't what they want. I will cuss you out. I will talk about you. And I ain't got to laugh. Anything I say on this app that anybody done did to me, they've done it. They've done it. I don't have to lie. You dirty. And for what? I'm just talking. See, this is the problem now. This is why this whole world, well, the people in the world messed up. All of this, don't nobody hold nobody accountable for nothing. Nothing. Y'all start calling these people out on their dirty stuff. Maybe they'll stop. But the thing of it is, some of these people done already infiltrated other people, so you don't know what they done said, which is probably a lie. You don't know what they said, cause I know somebody had to put some stuff into something, which they're irrelevant. It's just like I tell people. I came home and then I had to deal with some stuff. I'ma talk about any situation, any bad situation, and what anybody done did to me on YouTube whenever I feel like doing it. Or if I go in and people say, are there friends on YouTube? No, they ain't no friends. It ain't no friends. They act like they're your friends. There ain't no friends on this app. And see, I'm the same on this app like I am in real life. But y'all, you people, everybody, you want to talk about what other folks doing, but you done did foul stuff that I don't witness or don't. Hold on. So yeah, but I went into a lady's show the other day, and she was saying, were there any real people? And I tried on this app of friends. And so I tried to tell people my experiences. And no, there's just no real friends. Cause for one, you don't know these people. Everybody's faking on YouTube. Okay, you don't know these people, and I'm pretty sure some great friendships have been formed. Cause like I said, I've met some good people, and I've met some. If I saw them, I probably would spit on them. So I've met some great people, like Khadijah. I met people that's doing positive stuff. See, drama is what sells. But y'all can, y'all don't want to talk about the real stuff and address it or sugarcoat it. You can know somebody did some dirty stuff to somebody, and you still rock with them. That's not how I work. I look at the way people move. I look how they move. And you people, ain't nobody holding nobody accountable. But y'all want to expose other people. But right there, you got a dirty bitch in your camp. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And yeah, I curse. I can snap. You don't like it, you ain't got to listen. And the Lord still loves me. And I ain't going to hell. Because I'm bringing it the way I want to bring it. My way. Like none of y'all would have no problem doxing other people, me or anybody else, or doing whatever you want to. Hey, Jose. Hey, Mrs. Queen. You know, I try. I'm trying to seek solutions now. I see so much stuff that that is just wrong. I mean, we come from well, people in this world. We carrying a lot of generational curses, a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed and say we gonna break this cycle. We not gonna do this. But ain't nobody trying to take the first step. You can tell. I'm fine, Miss Queen. I'm just talking. It's this Jive Talking. Yeah, I'm feeling great. I hadn't been on. I had went into this lady's show the other day, and she was saying, "Were there are there any real friends or real people on YouTube?" Well, and I was just responding to that. So I look at the way people move. If you went to nonsense on YouTube, that means you with the nonsense in real life. Yeah. Hey, hey, young Riaz. Um, make sure I don't. So anyway, we are people people in the world, we are still doing behavior that we saw parents, grandparents. This is what we've been doing. No, you ain't. No, no, no. Ain't nobody addressing nothing. No. And all of this, what goes on in this house, stays in this house. And you got people that's hurting, that's had things happen to them in that house, and they can't talk about it. Those were the type of things that I wanted to talk about on YouTube, like real life stuff, real things to try to help people. Let's have some conversations. And then I can't have nobody tell me nothing about the community, because if you ain't out here working and being involved, there ain't nothing you can tell me. And so a lot of people need therapy, counseling, or a good ass beating, or a good slapping. And any man that puts his hands on a woman, mm-mm, no. The people in the world today, anything goes. Just anything. No, it don't go with me. It don't go with me. I mean, who would have ever thought? I know people. Yeah, people need to admit they have a problem. I used to be, well, I sort of still am. I had to be misfixing, but I never. Oh, I was running in getting stuff done. I've always tried to be friendly, nice. I was taught to respect people. And so all of these things that was instilled in me, I try to carry them on. But again, don't start no shit. It won't be no shit. And when you do something to somebody, just expect for them to talk about it. That's another thing. Call these people out. If you foul, if you dirty, if you done did some dirty stuff, you just did it. And if I see you as a dirty bitch, that's what you will be to me. And I can stand on that. And no, I don't ever want some of these people ever. I don't even want them to be in the chat with me. Cause that energy ain't right. Cause you dirty. You changed the whole vibe. Cause I know you dirty and I know you underhanded. See, people don't know the half of what I know about some of these people. And so, yeah, I say no, no friends. I can roll by myself. I always have. You know, anybody that came to me, I tried to help them. Not to turn around and have people stab me in my back. And yes, I will talk about it when I feel like it, whenever I want to, because you shouldn't have did what you did for me to talk about it. It might be some 10 years old. It don't matter to me. You still did it. But with that being said, I have met some great people on here. There's good in everything. I just want to have honest talks with what's going on. Like, I need to understand why people are getting into it with people because they choose to worship. Okay? I need to know, how does it affect somebody if I believe in God? I mean, how does that affect you? And even if I die and find out there's not one, okay, oh well. But why is so much emphasis placed on religion and then the political parties? Then, this is the most funniest thing that's going on in this world right now. The whole world is a lie, was built on a lie. The United States of America was built on a lie. A whole lie. Now, me personally, I feel as though you want to take Donald Trump, charge him with all kind of crimes, and every president that's set up there in that White House has done something, some dirt. Remember, um, didn't Bush steal the election from Al Gore? Who had the housing industry? We can barely afford to eat now, buy gas, and you got a president sending money to other countries. One president had Marilyn Monroe what in the basement. Another one said, I never touched her while she was on her hands and knees. It's like this is just, hey Theta, like it just such so full of hypocrites. So if you so you done took him to court, and guess what, y'all? Ain't this something? Do you know how many how many people could not get a job because they had a felony on their record. Hey, Charlene Theta, do you know how many people lied on applications so they can get the job only to you lose the job when they ran the background check? And the company had to let them go. You had a person that had paid their debt. Her Charlene, to society. They paid their debt to society, and they still couldn't keep a job. Let alone get a job because they were a felon. Now there are some crimes that you have to be selective, do a background check, and be selective in having them. It just depends on the type of work that they're doing. So we have a former president who's running, and y'all, I hate to say this, but I really do believe Donald Trump will be elected because people are tired of hypocrites. Yeah. Hey, Amber, and he's gonna be he's gonna be elected now because people are like, hey, they want a felon in the White House. See how the people in the world are so messed up, and they passed all kind of laws, but you can have a president, he can have a felon. You can't make this up. And again, I really feel like Trump will win. He will win. See, I'm a person like this. If you're gonna come for one person, I don't get down like that. If you're not gonna go after everybody, don't just pick one. Every president could be brought to trial because they all committed crimes in that White House. I mean, some of the things, allegedly, have to say allegedly. Amber, I'm going to drop the link for you to come up. Did I drop it? Like, y'all so mad at Trump about, but some of the alleged things that Biden done did. Like all of these people are some creepy people. Creepy. Creepy Sleepy Joe. It's hard when I look at the people in the world today, and I'm like, did I come from another planet? Because I know I'm supposed to respect my elders. I know I'm supposed to try to be the best person I can be. I do know that, everybody's got something. No crime or sin is bigger than the next. Um, love and respect everybody. Don't co-sign people bullshit. And I just like, what when and where was I born? Because am I an alien? Hey Joshua. Yeah. Hey young green ass. Because the ethics and morals and all of that stuff is gone. And then you people, y'all co-sign people that's doing unethical, immoral behavior. Hold on.
Do you see what I see? Yes. hmm I see you.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
so have everybody, that's Amber. Amber's Angel Truth, um, who had changed her name for a minute, going through a crisis. But do you see what I see?
Yes, everywhere.
Hey, gotcha. And so I really sometimes I don't feel I know I'm not part of this world because yeah. Hey Charlene.
You
And
know,
so I just feel like sometimes, and this is probably why I had to tell people that I can stand alone because I'm not getting ready to follow the crowd. I'm not getting ready to co-sign your dirty behavior. And then you got to know some stuff that's just not right.
well,
And I can't point the finger at you and then not saying I got issues. And then if you don't want people to talk about you, It wouldn't be no news, no media if you people did the right thing. I'ma mute my mic. Go ahead, Amber. I'm so glad you back.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to see you on. Well,
Yeah.
I'm just let me take a sip of this drink. I was eating something. Damn, it was good too. So basically, if the people are waking up on the other side that were Biden followers, Democrats, all that, they're coming back to this side because they're seeing how they're doing Trump, right? And that's how they do the regular people, us people, us low
Girl,
people.
the Democrats had black people so fooled.
They
I
sure
don't
do.
know why. And I'm only speaking of black people because most black people voted Democrat and they knew it. That's why they never gave us nothing because we didn't ask for nothing.
They
And
thought
they
they
were
had
able
your back.
to do whatever because they knew all somebody had to do was say, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. They cha-cha to the polls and they had a half Jamaica Asian woman uh, who incarcerated
Well,
more
you know
black
what?
men, and y'all fell for the
Reality of it.
okie dokie.
Yeah, the
Okay.
okey doke. This is
Yeah.
the reality of it from my view, because I've been following it deep for many years, and it doesn't make me right, but but I've been waiting a long time for this. So here we go. And so Donald Trump gets convicted 36 counts, right? Okay, and the media jumps all over that. And
Mhm.
this is a part two thing I'm saying. So he had to be the first to go down for something to prove that fact. They say no one is above the law, right? So Trump is
Mhm.
not above the law. He just got convicted of 36 counts. But here's the thing: the people that are asleep believe that as fact, and he's not convicted yet. He's not convicted yet. He's not due to go in there and serve his time tomorrow or whatever. And the fact that, see, the judge said it in such a way that the jury was confused, and that's not got nothing to do with what I'm trying to say. Let me start over. Trump had to be the first to go down. So when
Mhm.
Biden, Clinton, Hillary, the Bushes, the one that's still alive or whatever, all those do dirties, they get it's
Mhm.
their turn now. Now it's their turn. Line them up, and
Mhm.
let's show the 100% evidence documented against them. And the
Mhm.
DOJ, the FBI, the CIA, all them are going down. Trump had to be first. The door's wide open. Now come on in, folks. Come on in. Line up. It's your turn.
Mhm.
Let's see. And nobody. I'm still uh, surprised. The media is not covering Biden investigation in court right now. People are not even aware that Biden is also in court. But see, they're spotlighting Trump because they want to deflect off of Biden. But um, all his crimes, they're just touching on his the racketeering right now, or they're
Mhm.
barely getting into it. But see, wait
Mhm.
until they do the crimes against humanity. But see, the greatest thing of all is majority black are waking up. And I'm even hearing the black channels say this, so I'm going to say it. They're coming off the plantation. Fuck that plantation. Excuse my language. Come on off the plantation. You are no
Mm-hmm.
longer to bow down and do this and do that and work your ass off and stay in poverty for those that are, right? It's time to
Mm-hmm.
get you. That's going to be your reparation. There's reparation coming to everybody that has been done dirty, not just black folks. See, that's why Trump never addressed the reparation issue because it's coming. He said, and he said it,
Well,
we're going to be so
honey,
happy.
honey, let me tell you something. I will never believe that we're gonna get reparations.
No, but we,
If
no,
they was gonna do it, they would have been did it back in the 50s, 60s.
but see,
So,
what I'm saying is everybody is going to have to be able to have jobs, have a home, have um, access, able to, afford things that they like, want, need. And when Trump says, when MAGA, make America great again, who in the hell would be against making America great again? Who? Who are you? Who are you that don't want to make America great again? You so against MAGA, you forgot what MAGA stands for, right? The,
mhm.
those people will never wake up. They're just going to continue to wallow in their ignorance, their blindness to the reality of what's going on. You see it, I see it. Um, hey, you really don't have to censor yourself on YouTube anymore because them do dirties aren't in control of YouTube anymore. You know how you know? Because if you're seeing them say all this stuff against Biden and his crimes and nobody's getting whacked off the channel for it, their channel's not getting taken down for speaking the truth, it's because they're not being censored like they were. That's coming down. It's I don't know. I could talk forever.
Amber,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you know uh we were down there in Ottawa, Illinois,
Right.
and that's the southern town.
Oh, it is?
And honey, I'm like, now wait a minute now. Y'all still not burning crosses down here, are you?
No, shoot, nobody does that
But
no more.
anyway, the people they were so nice and
Yeah,
friendly.
they exist.
The
They
men
exist.
opened the doors. I mean, I need people to know we came from one, we're going back to one. And I am not going to allow the media or anybody else tell me that I shouldn't like somebody of another race.
Well, you think about this now. You talk about people don't those that are hollering Trump is a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. What do you think mainstream media is doing to people? They are dictating. They are in a form of dictating what they want us to see, what they want us to know, what they want us to buy, what is the trend in clothing, what is the food trend. That's a dictatorship all day long. So we
Hmm.
got to shut them. They're being shut down. Nobody really watches mainstream media anymore, except those that just
Honey,
they don't have
Trump
a
can
clue.
won the election. They can say whatever they want to.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Trump will be elected. I don't care
yeah.
what nobody say. That's my opinion. That does not mean,
I
I
agree.
can make an opinion. Trump
Yeah.
will win this election because people are tired the
Yeah, yeah.
hypocrites. The whole, I can't even say the word I want to say. The whole
Say it, girl.
hypocrites in the world, in this world. And y'all are hypocrites too. If you going around, either you one way or you're not. You
That's
people
right.
need to start standing for something.
Something.
Something. I'm not with no go along, get along gang.
Hell no.
I don't. But he's gonna win. You know what? I remember Trump from the show The Apprentice,
Say
and
what?
I used to remember he had the show The Apprentice,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
and I liked that show. I didn't know nothing about him
Me
other
either.
than that show, and I thought it was a great show. I liked the show. Uh, they want to say he's a racist. I
Mm.
mean, they want to put everything on Trump that we done seen in all the other presidents.
He's the
You
fall
know,
guy.
you can't make this up, and y'all fall for
Look, guess what? The other night when they said that he was guilty on all those charges, the public, the small people, raised over 30, I don't want to quote it wrong, but I know it was over $32 million in just a few hours because they see what's going on. They know how dirty the judge. Oh my God, girl. Hey, Trump's not going to be in the limelight much longer because mainstream media now is popping over talking about letting these other people come up and talk about what's really going on, the evidence they have,
it.
all the evidence against Biden and his family, 9 family members, all that racketeering. They cannot get away with that. They are not going to get away with that. See, the Trump card hasn't been played yet. He's got an ace in the hole, and I can't wait to see what it is.
Hey, JB, what it do? What it be like?
Hey there.
Hey, what's up? So I
Nothing.
can't be on here long, and I don't want to interrupt anything, but I came on I think at the perfect time because what April said in terms of the media this, the media that, the media this, the media. Here's what a lot of people don't understand, and at least this is exactly how I see it, and I think I'm true, accurate, and correct with this statement. The media is JB Rants. The media is April Showers Network. We might have we might have 6 people watching or 10 people watching or 100 people watching, and everyone thinks CNN and Fox and all of them have millions of. No one's watching it anymore. We are the media. There are millions of channels like this, not only on YouTube but on Telegram and on all the. I don't want to swear, but all the frickin' all everywhere. No one believes the Democrats anymore. The hijacked. Because I was raised a Democrat. Frankly, I voted for Obama in 2008. I apologize.
Hey, please
I
don't mention that
apologize.
man name. I done told
Okay.
y'all, don't mention that man name. I get infuriated.
Well, I didn't even
Just
mention
say,
his real
oh,
name because his name is Barry
yeah,
Soetoro. So I didn't even say his name. His name is Barry Soetoro.
yeah, yeah. We
So
had, we were gonna be
Because
amazed when they found out we had 2 men in the White. Oops, did I say that?
2 men in the White
we
House. Yeah, you're right. Big Michael
we
Obama.
are now, we are now the media. Yeah, we have taken over because people are communicating to each other and they're
That's all.
not relying on the fake messages and the brainwashing and the controlling of once was media.
I'm going to get off. That's all I wanted to come on and say is that we are the new
Okay.
media. People with small channels, we are millions around the world, and especially in America, are are whales compared to the little fish that used to be mainstream media and magazines. What's a magazine? No one watches that. No one reads that crap anymore.
Oh my
Newspapers?
goodness.
Yeah,
A magazine?
yeah. What is that?
Do people still buy magazines? Matter of fact, do they still sell magazines?
Exactly.
Who even
All right.
knows?
I haven't even saw a newspaper stand now that I think about
Jason from
Nobody's
Boston, I
reading
love you
them.
ladies. I love you ladies
it.
so much.
Okay,
I'm going to
thank
get off.
you.
I just wanted to come and say that you guys and me and all of us millions are the new media, and what we add up to is way bigger than them. Thank you.
Amen.
Okay.
Take care. I love you.
Thanks for sharing. Love you too.
Alright. You know what? Do that. Girl, wait a minute. Now I done got lost. Okay, they do make some magazines. I think Time magazine, they're still out there, but oh, see,
Hey,
that's another thing. Huh?
there's there's a free magazine that comes out every 3 months, I think. And I
Mm-hmm.
get it. I'm in my mailbox, right? And I've kept
Mm-hmm.
every one of them. One of them, the first one I got was the cover of it was uh, there were 5 presidents on the front cover, and it said the something club. In other words, you they didn't have Trump in it. Of course, he wouldn't. Yeah, he was president when that came out. Um, but it's Obama, Bush, Carter, um, Clinton, and I think it was just 4 of them. But it was a club, and if you're not in the club, you don't get money. You don't. It just the. I can't wait to go back and look at these magazines because they got one on the truth about climate change, all these major topics, and they're just like recorded history, and they're in. A matter of fact, I packed those. I didn't throw them away because I'm gonna look back on them. And Time Magazine is the other one. Yes, and it's they're worth keeping because you can reflect back into them and see they were
Mm-hmm.
talking truth. Yeah, and when you go back and you read some things, you'll find out. You're looking at it with your open eyes now, and your unwashed,
People don't.
and
Yeah.
you see the truth. You see the truth.
Yeah. And that's it. Because, and at the end of the day, to all my viewers, listeners, Democrats nor Republicans, they don't care about us.
No, they don't.
If you're not rich, that's all they care about. Other than that, little old me, I can sit up here, I can do whatever I want to do. But money is what make things happen.
That's right. That is exactly right. It's the root. It is the root. Some people say it's the lack of money. No, money itself. Period. The currency. People can be bought with money, but see, you got to know your worth. And see, Trump can't be bought, so he's priceless. He doesn't have a price. See, these other guys, these other presidents, they all had a price. They will bow down for the money. Trump ain't bowing down for not a damn thing. And he is giving the power back to the people, all of us, not just some of us, not just these color, this color, to the people of the America. And actually, the world, will be follow suit. Everything will fall in order. And when people say new world order, no, the new order that's coming, the new world order that the deep state had planned has failed, and it is falling, and that system is being dismantled, and the truth is taking over, and there will be a new way of life, a new way of thinking. Truth will prevail. And if you're a liar, you ain't got a chance in this world. That's what it's going to come to. It's going to be the good people and the people that speak the truth. And you're going to live by if you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. If you do crime against humanity, off with your head. Off with your head. Hey, you're selling uh, heavy drugs to people. You can go to look at Kensington as a prime example. These people are walking dead. They're zombies. They don't even know that they exist. Their brains, their brains are null and void. So it's just like if you're doing that to people, you need to be put to death. You're willingly handing out poison, selling it for money, getting people. Now, yeah, people have a choice, but sometimes, we are human. Sometimes people will go and do something. And once you do it one time, it's over. You don't even know it. You're null and void right then and there. And a lot of it,
Mhm.
the fentanyl, you don't even know you tried it because you die. So that's
Well, you
murder.
know what? All of this stuff been around since
Yeah.
the beginning of the time. They talk
Hmm.
about this stuff in the Bible. This ain't just started, y'all. Everything that's going on in this world it's already been written. So when
Oh, yeah.
people tell me like they don't believe that, like okay, but that's what people that's their choice.
Yeah,
But
but you see, that seeing is believing is so
right,
true.
yeah. But check this out. You people, y'all better start doing the right thing.
Oh, my God. That's all we knew. Mm.
You better start doing the right thing. You think you on here lollygagging with folks because you need attention and you ain't. Lord, now why Deacon Jones done had to come in here? Now I can't come.
Hey, Deacon. Yeah, some people will feed you a
See, I
lie just
got
to
to respect him because he's a deacon. I mean,
Mhm.
I got to respect him. I might slip. I'm a forewarn you.
You
I
are
might
human
slip and say a curse word. I might.
you
I'm trying.
you are human first. Oh, your sound's
But
gone.
see, that's something else I wanted to talk about.
What? What?
Check this out, y'all. Ain't nobody in this world perfect, okay? Nobody is perfect. People are flawed.
Yes, we are. We're diamonds
There's
in the
no
rough.
perfection. Yeah.
Now you know
And
those people. I'm sorry.
we get caught up and we think this person, that, this person. No, no. I am a flawed woman. I ain't coming on here trying to be something I'm not. Um, and this is just me.
You're a diamond in the rough.
I People, y'all got to get out of this crazy illusion like everybody is perfect and they're not doing wrong. Or,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That is an illusion, big time.
Mhm.
And if people know me well, they know. And when I say this, people like everybody lies. I used to. There was a point in my life where I mentally and made a hard, great effort to not lie. It takes practice when come from the streets and the drugs and all of that, and depend, your environment, to not lie ever. It's best when I realized that you could keep your mouth shut instead of telling a lie. Either you tell the truth or you don't speak. That's my
Mhm.
motto. I'm sticking
Yeah.
to it. If I can't speak the truth, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell no lie. So when I tell you, oh, I lost track of what I was saying, but basically, I,
You
if
don't
I
lie.
tell you,
Yeah.
if I tell you something, I, I can guarantee you, but you're human. You're gonna be like in the back of your mind. Well, we've been brainwashed to believe everybody lies. Everybody doesn't lie. Everybody doesn't
No,
lie.
they don't.
But when I tell you about some dirty biatch on YouTube doing some foul shiat, I'm telling you the truth. And they'd be like, "Oh, that ain't true. This ain't that." Well, I'm telling you my experience. And you don't have to
Yeah.
listen and you don't have to believe it. But I'm telling you, watch out for that person because I'm not going into the story of it, but there's some really do dirties on here. They dirty as they
Yeah.
can be.
And we
And they,
talked about that in the beginning. I addressed that. I said, if you don't do foul stuff to people on here, then would nobody have to talk about you.
that's exactly
That's
right.
like,
And then you
if
got people
you
that
not
jump
on
on the
here,
bandwagon.
if you was on here being the light that people say they are, if you on here supposed to be trying to do the right thing, you wouldn't have to worry about the wrong stuff. You wouldn't
Ex-
have to worry about people talking about all of you dirty people on here.
Oh my God. Yep.
And if I feel like I want to talk about, because honey, I got some stories.
I'm sure.
Uh, like I said, I started off in the R. Kelly sector, and honey, them people didn't move me. I wasn't moved. I wasn't even moved by people that didn't support him. And people used to say, how can you be in them shows and they talking about him and they doing that? I'm like, because I respect them. That's their
Yeah,
opinion. Like, I, I can only talk about my experience.
that's right.
And again, he's not all the way guilty and he's not all the way innocent. That's
No,
that's how I feel about it. And I don't care who don't like it. That's your business. That's your problem.
that's right.
Your problem. But
100%.
I saw things happen to people. Lose jobs, apartments, calling DCFS. Um, girl, just a whole bunch of chaos. And I'm like,
Mm.
am I in the real world? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Or what?
And illusions.
Now, have you ever watched the Boondocks,
Yeah,
Amber?
I have a long time ago.
So you know some of the shows that the Boondocks did actually came into reality, right?
Right. No, I didn't. Tell me. What you talking about?
Well,
What you talking about?
well, what was it, about 15, 20 years ago? They did a show on R. Kelly, you know?
Oh,
Yeah. Uh, some people been trying to tell us
for a long time.
for a long time.
Mm, there it is.
If you look at shows like The Twilight Zone and
X
when you
Files.
X Files,
They, hey, the X Files came out word for word on that COVID crap. They sure
yeah.
did. Yes, ma'am.
Now, see, y'all
Yeah.
got to start paying more attention.
See, that's the scripts for the future sometimes. Hmm.
But see, somebody done saw it.
Yeah, that's right.
But ain't that something? Like that's so weird. Like,
You know why it's so weird to us? Because the shows like you talk about, the Boondocks and the Simpsons, not the Simpsons, whatever. But yeah, I guess it's the Simpsons. They come out with these like it's like they're predicting the future, right? And then after the event happens, you can go back and watch the show, and it's like they predicted it. What it is, it's a script all ready to be played out. It's for it's the media, the Hollywood, all of that together. They got it all planned out. See, certain things in order to do what they need to do to keep us under control. See, it's all controlled. It's like we're in this great, they're a great experiment. Well, guess what? Lab is closed. You get an F, go out in the hall, you are dismissed, class is over. We know what's going on. We don't need a teacher. All we need is what's going on right now. And watch the dominoes fall one by one. Those shows prove to us that they already knew what they were going to do, even though it's called the long game. You said 20 years ago? Yeah,
mm-hmm.
the long game. You can have an enemy that'll smile in your face for 10 years, but they know on the 11th year they're going to cause you misery and bring your world falling apart. See, and when my sister said to me right before my mama died, she laughed this evil laugh. I'm gonna try to do it. She said, "You have no idea what's in store for you, girl." I looked at her, my eyes bucked open. I sat back. I said, "Hmm." I stood up. I went out the door. I went home. I took me a swig of alcohol, just a little bit, little swig. That was the only time I drank anything. And I said, no. I put the bottle back in the fridge. I said, I'm not going to do this to myself. She has just threatened me. She says, I have no idea what's in store for me. In store means down the line, right? That means you know now something that's going to happen and you got something to do with it for my demise, for my downfall, for my sadness to bring me down. So, you know what I did? Hey, I now have almost, I got a few more items left to move. Girl, I got rid of all my animals and everything, and I vacated the place. Not because I ran, not because I'm scared, but when people play that long game, they plan it They know what your downfall is going to be because they're going to be the one to stick their foot out in front of you while you ain't looking and watch you fall. See, uh-uh. Hell no, Stephanie.
And
God
I
told me,
want to
"Hey, you
say
gotta
this.
go. You gotta
Yeah,
go."
I want to say this to people. When when siblings are losing a parent, it's not easy. Things gonna be said and done. I mean, it's not easy. It happens in all families and everything. Everybody grieves different. Y'all gonna be okay. Like I say, uh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. But I have to. It's just so much I can just be talking about. But that's just the reality of things. What do they say? Weddings and funerals bring out the worst. Ain't that the saying, Amber? Hold on. Mm. Oh. Mm. Hey, Jose.
Good afternoon, ladies. Thank you for allowing me on your platform.
Oh, you always welcome. How you doing today?
So, fine. I was just outside enjoying the sun, so I just came inside. I mean, I prefer not to use my phone to get into StreamYard because what happens is when I do that, there's always like an echo and things of that nature. So I would rather get use my laptop to get into StreamYard. I was listening to regarding the situation regarding politics regarding Biden and Trump.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Okay, we're listening. You got the floor.
Okay. I've said this many times. I have issues with both candidates. Okay.
Hmm.
First of all, you have Joe Biden, who is over 80 years old. Okay. He should have been retired from politics a long time because he's been in
Hmm.
politics for over 50 years. And then you have, on the one hand, and then you have Donald Trump. If anyone's paying close attention to how he speaks, I mean, if you compare how he's speaking now compared to how he was speaking in 2015, there's a big difference. It appears like he's losing some control of his mental faculties. Now, the fact of the matter is, he's been convicted of 34 crimes. Now, we can argue whether or not you gotta fail the and the judge will bias and so on and things of that nature. The fact of the matter is, 12 people unanimously declared Donald Trump guilty. Okay, now he's not going to be the first candidate to be a convicted felon to run for political office. It's been done before. Okay, and it's a possibility he may get reelected. The issue is it's going to be very hard for him to travel to certain countries because they don't allow convicted felons to enter.
Say that again. He's
I
not gonna be
said
able to what?
he's not going to be able to visit certain countries because they don't allow convicted felons to enter their countries.
Well, I think they'll make an exception for Trump being he's forgiving them of their crimes,
Well,
pardoning them.
time will
I'm
tell.
just saying. Yeah, it
Time,
will.
but I think the only solution to the whole thing is that we need to have a viable third party option because until we have that, it's going to be every 4 years we're going to have to pick among the two worst candidates. Okay, again, I have no love lost for either candidate.
I
Well, that's
agree. That yeah, yeah.
that is interesting. And there were a lot of other candidates up until the Biden took office. And there was Nikki Haley, there was other people, but it got narrowed down to Trump
Yeah.
on both sides. Only other one on the other side is Biden. That's why we're down to two.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
and
is the Kennedy kid? Is the Kennedy guy still running as an independent?
no,
Oh,
if
he
he is,
stopped that.
nobody knows.
I
I don't
mean,
know if he is.
there
Hmm.
are there are third party candidates, but the problem is it takes a great deal of money and manpower to get to become notable. And the two parties were going to do everything that they can to squash the opportunities of third party candidates to become viable.
I think that's why they're going to remove lobbyists from the picture. Well, there's talk of it, but I think after this election, I don't think there's really going to be one. That's just my view. Um, I really think the whole, our whole of government from the top to the bottom is being dismantled, right? And it's going to be rebuilt. So what you're saying probably will be in effect. Going back to before the deep state got in there and took over for all these decades. It's going to go back to we the people decide and who the candidates are. There'll be a lot of people, a good, honest people that aren't in for the money. The people that can't be bought are the ones that need to be in office. The ones that don't have a price.
Yeah. I agree. But the problem is, in order to run for national office, it requires huge sums of money, which means you basically have to sell your soul, more or less, unless you are independently wealthy.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't think it's going to be the money in the future that decides the candidate. It's going to be we, the people, be giving the power back to the people, not the people with the money to run for office. You start in your town, then you go to the state. The county seats, then the cities, then the state, and so on and so forth, like it's supposed to. But for decades now, the protocol has not been followed. The Constitution has not been upheld, and it's been completely overrun by the deep state. See, the deep state has been exposed now. So it's going to change. And that money factor is going to be deleted. It's going to be up to me, you, April, and all the citizens of the United States are going to be the ones that decide who runs our counties, who runs our state, who runs, who runs, who holds office. It's going to be we the people. And we the people will be the ones that will support the candidates. It's the one who gets the most support will more than likely get the most money. But that lobbying and buying and whatever they call it for people that spend millions of dollars to back a candidate, that crap ain't going to work in the future. Not anymore. Not after this election. I believe it's all all of that's going to be rebuilt because they're dismantling what exists now. And you can see by looking at the mess we're in, how a disarray it is. It cannot stay the same. It has to change. And we, the people, are the ones that are doing it. We're not standing for this crap they're doing. Not anymore. I mean, as of recent, just to use the Bronx. Okay, so Trump went into the Bronx. Hey, they're off the chain. Guess where they're going next? Chicago. Yeah, going to
Hmm.
these blue cities, these blue states that voted the Democrats in. He's going and telling them, hey, because they probably never heard the truth or heard him speak because the mainstream media, don't forget the mainstream media, they never did nothing for Trump except bring him down. That's all the people that on the left, Democrats, watch the mainstream media. That's all they got to go on. Okay, so how about he goes to these impoverished places where, what's her name, Carzio OAC? Hey, she just lost her place. You know, the people are taking that place back. They not they're not having that shit no more. See, I'm just saying, it's in the process of being changed completely. We have to rebuild our government because this government that has been in place for so long is, we can obviously see it's a sham. It's all about money, like you said.
Well, the problem is people are going to have to lose the bah sheep mentality.
Yeah.
Um, that's the problem, because okay. Now let's keep it real. I mean, the reason why the Democrats take for granted the African American community because as a whole, they always voted Democratic without thinking, getting past the party line. And a lot of Latinos actually done the same thing. But I think what we need to do, we need to take a look at these people, and we need to basically try to find people that somewhat align with our values. And as far as AOC is concerned, unfortunately, I have the misfortune of having her as my representative in Congress.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry.
So am I.
Well, you don't have to worry. She's not going to be representing you much longer. Nothing she says out her mouth is going to hold water anymore. She's done.
I mean, look, she is basically
She's a puppet.
she's a snowflake warrior.
Yeah.
Okay.
She she is a nothing. You know, they proved and they factually that she was hired as an actor to be AOC, to do what she's doing. She is
Mhm.
nothing but an actor. She has no knowledge of anything, of we the people. You can listen to her, what she talks out her mouth. I could talk a better game than that.
Yeah.
I'm just a regular person.
Now,
She's an actor.
yeah. Now, on my last live, because I have a YouTube channel, I actually discuss, what happened with Donald Trump and the fact that he was found guilty of all 34 charges.
Of
Um,
course.
Now, in my personal opinion, I think what's going to happen is he's going to be placed under house arrest. There's no way on earth that he's going to serve any prison time. First of all,
Mm, no.
first of all, because he's afforded Secret Service protection for the rest of his life. I don't see how they're going to. I just do not see him serving any prison time. Other than house arrest. Basically, what's going to happen is he's going to be under house arrest. He's going to have an ankle monitor and things of that nature. And he'll probably pay a fine. But that's all. That's all that's going to happen to him. But
And wouldn't you like to be locked down in Mar-a-Lago or one of your other houses? One of your many houses all over the world. Yeah, he would love house arrest.
well, let's keep it real. If it was you and me that was accused of the same charges and we were found guilty, first of all, we will not be given that option. We would do prison time. And the fact of the matter is, he violated the gag order on multiple occasions, and he could have been arrested based on that alone. Now, I understand that there are people that support Trump, and that's perfectly fine. But the fact of the matter is, he was issued a gag order. He violated several times. He was found guilty by 12 people who voted unanimously, and he's going to receive a sentence, which is most likely is going to be house arrest.
Well, you think about this while we're keeping it real. Um, the reason the people have switched their votes, majority Hispanic, the more he gets convicted, the more he's being treated like us. Like if we got arrested, we'd be thrown in there, no questions, no monitor, just in a cell. Uh, so that is why they are now identifying and seeing. Yeah, he's being treated like a regular person and all of that. He will never see. First of all the lies that they told, all of that, all that's going away. That those counts. See, they think that people are going to just listen. Oh, he's a convicted felon. I'm a three-time convicted felon myself. Welcome to my world. Nobody knows it until I tell them, right?
Mhm.
But see, if I hadn't have got convicted, I still did the crimes, right? See, these presidents that their day is coming soon because Trump had to be the first. They've got all their evidence. They ain't gonna be throwing nothing out except the key because they have the evidence. The ones that they just convicted Trump on are all documented evidence of blatant lying, and they're not even felony. The things that they're saying he did are not even felony charge worthy. They're misdemeanors. But the mainstream media and the mainstream media is labeling them as felonies, and people are believing whatever they hear. See, you
Mhm.
have not you, but people need to pay attention. Go read the documents. Go read what he's being charged with. Go read up and find out. Just read up and find out. Let me just say this. I almost want to bet money on it with people, but them people ain't gonna have the money. They're gonna bet so high that they ain't gonna be able to pay me. He's gonna be the president. People don't like to hear that, but watch and see. Those charges are a farce. They're bullcrap. They're bullshit. And I wouldn't say that except that I know because I saw. And anybody else can go see. And the little people and the black people and the white people that are swaying to the left. He's already won the election, believe it or not. Any poll that says he's not ahead, it's a fake. It's fake. See, I'm not a diehard Trump at all, but I am going on the facts, the evidence, the documents, you know, and the people that have the evidence. You can't argue with the fact in front of your face. If it's in your face and you can see it clearly, right? I mean, so if you get convicted of a felony, so that makes you less of a human or something because the deep state thinks that, oh, we got him now. Oh, he's going to be 30 something counts and he's a felon. They're just going to fall apart on, well, guess what? You just guaranteed his presidency. They didn't see it coming, but that's what they've done. They opened the eyes up even wider of the ones that were just peeking through their eyelids. They now are wide awake. They're not woke. They're awake, and they ain't taking it laying down no more. And
Mhm.
that's just my view. So
Well,
he's not going to
remember,
go nowhere.
well, we,
Boys.
I'm sorry. Well, remember, he's facing in total 91 charges of criminal activity. 91. Now we
Isn't that
can,
ridiculous?
I
That's
mean, we
ridiculous.
can, okay, we can go back and forth whether they're bogus or whatever, okay?
Yeah.
Because it has to be proven in the court of law. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Did
Now,
you
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
did you hear what happened um, the day that the jury was deliberating, right? So the judge started making all these unfounded rules And the people were so confused that he manipulated it and put it in such a way which is unheard of. All the lawyers on both sides were saying this is unprecedented. Uh, to where they had no choice but to convict him guilty. No choice. But like I said, they're not felonies at all. They're misdemeanors. I'm okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, let's look. Let's keep it 100. He's being charged of falsifying records to
What?
hide to
Hey,
hide a sexual affair that he had with a porn star.
wait. Please let me tell you something about that.
Mhm.
Trump didn't do that. The person that recorded it down, the the payments, she wrote it down under something that it wasn't supposed to be written down under.
Okay.
So you can look at that in court. That is a bogus. That's bogus.
Okay.
He
Well,
didn't do that.
in
He
any
didn't do
case,
that.
he will appeal the decision, and
Yes.
then he'll have to convince whoever is going to hear the appeal that the conviction was flawed. So
Right.
Donald Trump is going to have to produce his evidence to
Hmm.
to convince the judge or who panel that it was a flawed decision, which means he actually going to have to present evidence and spend less
Yes.
time talking to the public, adding on elements regarding the judge and whatever, whether it be the judge is unethical, unlawful, whatever. And it could be, okay, it could be. But if I was Donald Trump, I will be preparing I will prepare my appeal and let my attorneys speak for me
Well,
and prove.
you know that before they even come up with the conviction against him, they already have their evidence. Now it's their turn. They already
Okay.
got the evidence to prove that it's flawed, all of it. So we'll see.
Yes, we will see. And of course, I will continue to discuss it on my platform. Now, basically, the way why I've done it is try to present the facts in a neutral way.
Right.
Okay, because look, I'm not a big fan of Trump, but yeah, I believe in portraying the facts as is.
Do you believe in justice?
I would like to believe justice exists, but considering this country's history, I sometimes wonder. I mean, when you take into account the long history that this country have with people being victims of criminal injustices, I mean, we can talk for hours. I mean, when you think about, for example, what the African American community has endured for over 250 years of chattel slavery, plus segregation and all the lynchings involved. I mean, we can talk about how unjust the justice system is.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure,
Okay, you said about the black community and what did you say about the children?
that they have been victims of chattel slavery for 250 years.
Okay, okay. That's what I want to ask you. Now, it's a two-part question, I guess. Um, so what about the crimes against humanity all over the entire planet against children of all colors, not just focusing on black, the history of black children enslavement, but the one that has been going on for hundreds of years against children of all colors, the crimes, the sex slave, all of the sacrifices, human sacrifices, the blood offerings of children. What about all the other? not just the black, but the whole humanity, the crimes against humanity that these deep state players that have been running our government are being exposed for having done. And the number one profit in the world over drugs is child slavery. And it's started coming across our border is where that border crossing stuff been going on forever. And it's sex trafficking, child slavery, child labor. Slavery of humans has always existed. The black slavery, the 250-year slavery you're talking about, is about the only one that's ever been brought to our eyes, and it was used and magnified to divide color. But they never talk about the other children that are to this day, right now, the ones that they haven't found yet. But and they have found any. Well, I'm trying not to sound crazy, but that stuff's been going on. And Atlanta, Georgia, is a main hub for sex trafficking, child pornography, all of that stuff. But people, they hang on to the slavery of black people. What about the rest of the world and the slavery that is currently going on? And it's not new. See, that's what's going to bring this deep state government that infiltrated us from within is going down for. And Trump is taking the hits blow by blow. So all of that can be exposed to us while they're saying, look over here at Trump. They don't want us to look over there at what I was just talking about as one of the things they don't want us to look at. They don't want to be exposed. That is what's really going on. The cover up for their bullshit, evil ass ways is focus on Trump. Don't look over here. Don't look at what we're done. Don't look at us. Oh my God, they're losing power. They're losing control. Mainstream media too. You're not going to see them talk about the humanity crimes yet. It's coming though. They're starting to bring some of it out. You know, I'm just saying. What about the rest of the children? Don't concentrate on just the black slavery because that promotes hate and division. What about all the children of the world? All of them. Today, right now, in animal cages. Right?
Okay. First of all, any evil act, there need to be an accountability.
Right,
And
exactly.
the people that actually involved in these activities need to be held accountable and be found guilty and then serve their time in prison.
They're next. That Trump had to be first to prove no one's above the law. Biden and Biden and Clinton and Hillary and Obama and all them, they next. Trump is just the top, the first domino. And see
Yeah.
all those other people we're talking about,
Yeah.
they're lining up. They've already got them lined up. You watch and see. The
Well,
dominoes.
if you take a look of the history of the people that served as president of the United States,
A deep
there have
look.
been many people that have multiple moral issues. Okay.
Everybody does.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, and people need to understand it. The reason why it's the title of of the office is called Commander in Chief, not Pastor in Chief, because people like to think that a person that's president of the United States is someone that has high moral values. I mean, we have had people serving in the White House that have no moral values, okay? And it's not speculation, it is fact.
The commander in chief has the all authority over the military, right?
Correct.
Biden doesn't have no control of that, right?
I was not made aware of it. I mean,
Well,
considering he's
he landed for the inauguration They wouldn't even let Kamala and him go into the White House. And at the Arlington Cemetery, they did the death the when they fired the guns off, they did the death firing for Biden inauguration. If you wait for it and see. I'm just trying to tell you, he is not. He is the resident. He is not the president because in 2019, President Trump, and it's all documented, and you
Mm-hmm.
can look the documents up,
Mm-hmm.
that he put the Trump commander as commander in chief. He put the United States as in a state of emergency, and they took actions because they knew what was coming. They knew what was coming down the pipeline, and lo and behold, it is all falling into order. And the only reason we haven't had our civil war here yet is because of the actions that were put in place to keep the government, a continuation of government going. So we, the people, can continue to live, exist, at least not killing each other in all cities, states, counties, to keep us at bay while we get this wrapped up. I'm telling you, look at the bigger, look at the whole thing. Look, put each little puzzle piece in its order where it goes. Biden is not the president. He is the resident. That is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Why do you think Trump is not getting serving any time on anything? Because it is being shown to us, we the people. So enough people will wake up and find out. We have been infiltrated and lost, about to lose everything. If the plan hadn't put in place, we would already be without electricity, no food. Our water would be, everything would already be shit because Hillary was supposed to win, but Trump did. See, they didn't expect that. If Hillary had done her 8 years, see, it was a 16-year plan. Obama was the first 8. Hillary was supposed to come in and finish us off, us little people, and depopulate. And that's what the COVID was about. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
You know about all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just saying, brother, please understand that we are taking our country back. The government that was standing in control is no longer. They've lost it. They are not winning. They are losing. This Trump, this thing looking over here at Trump is so people are not paying attention what's happening on the other side. But you can go on the other side and see clearly. They're bringing them down. There are trials going on every single day. Watch it on court TV. Live hearings of all of the FBI, the CIA. Biden is even in court. Did you know that? Did
You mean
are
you mean Joe Biden or his son?
what?
You mean Joe Biden or his son?
No, I mean Joe Biden. And I don't even care about Hunter. Hunter is nothing. He is not the main player. See, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying Biden. There, Joseph, whatever his name, Josephina Biden. I forget his name, but Joe Biden, the resident, he is in court simultaneously while Trump's in court. But you're not going to know about it because if look over here, don't look over there. Don't look
Mm-hmm.
over here. Please don't look at him. Or whatever. Hey, they've got to come out with it. It's all once mainstream. See, a majority of the people have to be woken up in order for us to not have chaos and destruction all over our USA.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the sanctuary cities are the examples of what the rest of the United States would have looked like today had they had it their way completely. But this dismantling is coming to a head. It's been going on for a while, the dismantling and the truth. coming out. See,
Hmm.
I, I, I'm not saying I know everything, but I do know what I do know, and it was going to be a long time, many years that us have to stay silent because we look crazy. But now, guess what? The mainstream media is no longer the main voice. But if you look here and there, they're coming out with some of the things that was once conspiracy is not a conspiracy anymore. So the truths that we've been having to hold our breath on is coming out. Now we get to exhale. So I don't feel crazy telling you these things. I'm asking you if you would just look up some of the stuff that I'm talking about. Hey, his son, that's a freaking joke. His son is the joke. He's the distraction. Don't look at Biden, look at his son. Look at Hunter. How do you now? One more thing I wanted to say. You know, when right before Joe Biden got on, when he was vice president, he went around to different countries, passing out checks to different countries for some kind of support, some financial something or another. But those checks that he went and passed out, they now I've just heard it this morning, and actually some yesterday. Those checks, those countries he went to. Now, Burisma is one in particular. The Burisma deal, that money, he gave them a lot of money, but that was only because they sent it back through over 20 different banks and distributed among at least 9 Biden family members. And that's the only reason he was willing to go to these countries and give them these checks because that money was going to be funneled, which is called racketeering, back to the Biden family. See, he knew his term was up and he needed to make some money. And that's also in court right now. It sure is.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Well,
How
you
we've
give
been blind.
well, you're giving me a lot to think about. And first of all, I just want to say, I really enjoyed our conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hop off now because I'm gonna start preparing dinner. A huge shout out to everyone that's on the chat, and hopefully we'll speak again real soon.
Hey, I want to thank you for letting, at least listening and giving me the opportunity to at least, please look at the crimes against humanity about the children. I don't know how much you'll find on Google, but I know you can go around these YouTube streets because they're talking about it.
Okay.
You know.
Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and I will take my leave.
All right, thank you. Peace out.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Well, oh my goodness, I couldn't bite my tongue on the crimes against humanity. I'm surprised at how many people they just not aware of it, or it infuriates me when we only concentrate on one color of abuse when it's literally only because it's been had a light shine on it for so long. But what about the lighthouse light that shines on all directions so we can see all the scope of it all? And it's so vast and big, and a lot of the political characters, the high ups, the money people, they all are in it. And why do you think have seen in the recent year, oh, such and such stepped down out of office, stuff like that? My battery's getting ready to go dead. Says I have only 10% battery. April, calling April. April showers. Well, I don't want to end this live because she hasn't. Well, it's almost been 2 hours. I'll give it 6 more minutes. I can't see chat, so I don't know, if anybody's saying anything. I'm probably sitting there all by myself anyway. But some things need to be said. Anyway, April showers. I'll give you a call in a little bit. That was a. I like that guest. He's very, very, very astute in his speaking. Very clear, and I hope he said I gave him a lot to think about. That's the whole point, y'all. Some of the things I've talked about. If you haven't heard about it, do some investigation. Please wakey. Wake up before you fall asleep. And I love you guys, but my phone is going to go dead as a doornail very shortly. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and sign out, April, and thanks for having me up. And I hope peace and blessings from God above, our higher power, keep us awake and keep us strong in this day and the future, because the future is ours and it goes back to we the people. I love y'all.